spoken here at the Pro Conference. Some of us are aware of the film The Secret that gave us a small insight into the way we may live. Mark has taken the law of attraction principles, which are in fact very old, and really ran with them. Former firefighter, Mark is now one of the country's top coaches. He can show us how to tap our potentials because the tools are already within us. Sometimes unnoticed, sometimes suppressed. Are we frightened and sheepish? Breathing, eating, working, watching TV, paying out, and looking to outside authorities for education, guidance and structure? Or are we a bit more than that? We're beyond the illusion, the world not as you know it. Please welcome Mark Foster.
Cheers, Rob. Thanks very much for that. It's really nice to be back in London St Anne's at New Horizons. I've been here a couple of times and some faces I've seen tonight already, say hello to a few people, so if I haven't said hello to you yet, I'm sure I will before the end of the night. As Rob said, I started 8 years ago, quite by accident. Something happened in my life and I became influenced by the law of attraction. Started using it and my life has never been the same since. But it's like opening a big Pandora's box when you start exploring things, exploring yourself and exploring the world. And sometimes you find stuff and you think, hang on a minute, is this really right what I'm finding here? Does it feel right in here? And you probably, if I don't knock the mic, you'll probably see me touching on everybody quite a bit tonight. Because what I'll say to you, what I'm going to talk about tonight, I don't want you to believe a word of it. Don't take a word I'm saying as being true. Take the information if you wish, check it against two things. Go and check it wherever you want. Do your own research, follow up on whatever trails, whatever threads that I put your way. But most importantly, check it in here. Check it in there, and that's when you find out whether it's right for you or whether it's not. This is my truth. This is what I believe to be happening in the world at the moment. And what I'll also say is that this is a presentation of two halves. The first half is a little bit in your face. A little bit, like you may know this material, you may not. But what I say is bear with it. Let's get to the brew time. Let's have all this awareness happen, and then in the second half there'll be some magic, I promise you. Is that a deal? Set up for that?
Yep.
Yeah? Good. So let's get cracking. Okay. I'm big on personal evolution. It used to be personal development, didn't it? All this personal development movement stuff. It's gone way beyond that now. Have you noticed? Have you noticed how maybe there's something big happening in the world? Catch your hands, everybody think there's something really big happening in the world at the minute? Something on a scale that we've perhaps not even known before. Yeah? Yeah, me too. There's a lot of rapid personal growth going on with people. I'm working with more people than ever who are evolving quickly. Feeling changes, wanting changes, feeling frustrated because things are really kicking in. There's massive shifts in perception and awareness, and a lot of people are like, I don't like the word waking up because that implies they're asleep. But some people are actually asleep in their awareness. And what it amounts to is an unprecedented opportunity to do something that we've never ever been able to do before. And that is evolve rapidly. That is to move on and really shift. We're going to talk about energies on the planet in a little while and how that does. But what I'd like to say, what I'd like to thank you all, because every single one of us in here is a soul that's chosen to be on this planet at this moment in time. And by it, you're a brave lot. Because of some amazing rapid changes happening on this planet, and we're just beginning to feel a little bit of a breeze off them. And let's look at them a little bit more as well. So good on you. I'm proud to be amongst like-minded souls who are well up for this. It's going to be a roller coaster ride. I get asked a few questions quite regularly, so I thought I'll put these in. First one, what's stopping me from manifesting? I want to talk about law of attraction and manifesting stuff. What stops me from manifesting the things I want more easily? That's the first question. Second one, what can I do about it? If things not coming the way I want, what can I do about it? And what is it, when people feel, and you might feel like this yourself, or know somebody feels like this, they know that they're more than they're actually being at the minute. They know that they've got so much you can tap into. They know, they have some innate sense, some inner knowing that they're far more than they're currently being. And that can be very frustrating. I've been there, I'm still there a little bit now, and it's like, oh, come on, bring it on. Has anybody felt like that, or know anybody who feels like that? And there's more going on, and we can't tap into it. So we're going to look at this tonight as we go through and hopefully give some answers behind some of these. I came across that phrase and I thought, oh wow, yeah, how true that is. There's no victims. There's just a whole load of powerful creators who most of them don't even know what they're doing yet. As we'll find out, a lot of them are being guided by others. So what is reality? What is our reality? It's an illusion. It's a bit like the hand and the shadow. You've seen me do this before. There's the hand, that's the cause. The hand is always the cause. The shadow is the effect, is the illusion. Most people think the illusion is real. The illusion is not real, it's an illusion. We're going to look at illusion and how it's engineered as we go through tonight. And the very famous gentleman basically finished this off, Albert Einstein. It's a very persistent illusion, and it seems very real, doesn't it? This world we live in seems very, very real. But if we could only adjust our perception to understand that it's malleable, it's not fixed, it's not solid like we think it is, it's just malleable and changeable. So what is this illusion I'm talking about? There's many ways of looking at it. A consensus trance that we all buy into. Life as the majority of people experience it. Our lot in life. Just the way things are for most people. But not for much longer. Because things are changing, like I said, and they're changing hectically quick. And the groups I speak to, the people I see up and down the country, this is all coming. It's all coming. For some it's coming quicker than for others. But I was talking to a guy his son was to school with my son, and this guy, I mean, I shouldn't judge people, but this guy's a builder, he's like, he built that side of the house, and he got chatting to me, and I don't know how we got there, but we got into a conversation around this subject, and why is he waking up as well? And he was saying, "Good night, Mark," he said, "that feels so right." And notice the word feels, that feels so right. Well, what I'm saying to you tonight is, we can go beyond the illusion. We can go way past the illusion, because that's all it is, an illusion. When we understand what it is and our part in it, we can go straight past the illusion. You can begin all that you are, because we've not even begun yet properly. One or two people are starting to tap into some of their innate abilities. Guess what? There's so much more. Every one of you is amazing, as we'll find out. Every one of you are far more than you can imagine. But we've been hoodwinked into simply existing, getting by day, going to work, getting a bigger paycheck, and making ends meet. And doing that until we can't do it anymore, and relying on benefits, or if you've saved a little nest egg up, using that to survive. And then we both curl our toes up, and then we call that life. There's far more to it. And the good news is, we've got a choice. And I think by being here tonight, and every time you attend places like that, you're making that choice loud and clear. So let's dig in a bit deeper. What it tells in Wikipedia about illusion? It's distortion of the senses, revealing how the brain normally organises and interprets sensory information or stimulation. Some key words in there. Distortion. How the brain organises and interprets, that's a key word as well, interprets sensory stimulation. I asked at the beginning if you felt there was something more, and most people did. Is it big? Yes. Do you feel like you're part of it? Do you feel that you're connected to this big thing that's happening? Yeah, me too. I've got something in here. Not pushing right, but there's something in here that's getting excited in me, and I tell you, it tempts you to tears sometimes. I don't know if you've ever been there. When you feel that, what I'm talking about, you'll be in tears. No matter if you're a man, a woman, a builder, or whatever you are. When you touch that, you'll know. And for some people, they know it's there, but it's just like slippery fish. You know they're there, you try and get over, and they're off. Just out of reach. But it doesn't stop you knowing that it's there. And this is what the essence of what I felt when I was in the fire service. I worked in the fire service and worked my way up through the career in the fire service. But I knew something wasn't right. I wasn't to stay another 10 years and carry on doing that, even though I loved the job. There was something that was just out of reach, and I had to go and find it. I had to go and search and follow that path. But yeah, what a path it's been. And every morning I wake up, I think, thank goodness we're making that decision when everybody thought we were crazy. I'll be a crazy one all day. You've heard me say this before. I'm Mark, I'm a crazy one, I'm walking this way. If you want to carry a board and run and go that way, that's fine. I'll see you later when you turn around and realise. So maybe it's time to go beyond this illusion. What does that feel like? Is up for going beyond the illusion? Yeah? Cool. I'm in the right place then. Okay, let me show you a bit of video. It might be a bit of a clip you've seen before. Quite often, it's a clip. You can see it okay. It's a clip from the Matrix.
Welcome, you. Come, sit. Let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life. That there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there. It is this feeling that has brought you to me. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. What truth? That you are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
Have you ever heard the term? Things are hidden in plain sight. Things are hidden in plain sight because that's the last place you'll look for them. It's interesting when films like this come out, and other films like Stargate, SG-7, Star Wars, all kinds of things. When you look at them with a different kind of set of eyes, you see a different message. And maybe things are hidden in plain sight. I firmly believe they are, because that's the last place we're going to look for them. So, okay. Bill, do you want to say?
I've already taken it, man.
You've already taken it? Is it worth it? Should we take it? Right, let's do it then. Okay. Let's start to unravel the illusion. Let's start to pull on some threads. And that's all I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some threads. You may come across some of them before, you may not. You may know more than me about them. But I'm going to put you a set of threads to start tugging on and start unraveling this illusion. What's going on there? Is it a boat? Several boats? Is it a bridge? Interesting. The world can look like that sometimes, depending what bit you focus on, how you look at it. Obviously, that's an optical illusion. There's another one. Bit wacky, eh? Could that really exist? Maybe. No. Look at that one. And these are not been touched up, that's actual footage, that's not footage, it's an actual still photograph. Obviously there's perspective.
A bit of overtaking.
A bit of overtaking, yeah. I love this one, the kids love this one. Just a bit of graffiti in the underground. But it looks like something different. Because of our perception, he's making it something different. What if What if the world we live in was nothing more than one of these illusions? It's deliberately set up as an illusion. Let me plan that one. What if? What if? Just play with it. And then optical illusions. Our eyes are tricking us, or are they? Is it our minds that trick us? Well, as it turns out, it's the mind that controls the perception. So the eyes are just doing the job. They're just taking in information, light energy, transferring that. You don't actually see through your eyes. Your eyes send information into a certain part of your mind, and you actually see the pictures in the dark little recess inside your brain. So we don't actually see through the eyes just receive vibrational information. And it's that vibrational information that can become distorted. Things are often not what they seem, as we just saw with the illusions. And the brain will interpret information based on how it's been programmed or trained to interpret information. So we see what we expect to see. And you might have experienced that when you look at something, but the first time you see it and you think, and then you go, oh, hang on, it can't be. Because your brain's tried to put it into a pattern that it already knows, put it into a box in a way of understanding that it already knows. And if we're told repeatedly by trusted sources, especially since we're young and beyond, that this is how it is, this is the way, this is the truth, we're quite hard-pressed to start challenging it, because our mind says it must be right, people say it must be right, people we trust say it must be right. And eventually, if enough people expect and believe it to be true, then it is accepted as true by the masses. And I'll take it a stage further. It's not only accepted as true by the masses, they have belief systems that support it. Anybody who's listening to law of attraction and knowing that works, your mind creates what it believes to be true. So where's this taking us? But it doesn't make it the truth. It makes it a version of the truth that's been created. But it doesn't make it a truth unless we really have control of the mind. It makes it a very cleverly engineered illusion, what we think is reality. It becomes our reality for all intents and purposes. It seems very real, we live in it, we operate in it. It still doesn't make it the truth. And because of this process of co-creation that we're all part of, we carry on perpetuating and reinforcing this illusion. And as he was saying in the short clip there from the Matrix, it becomes an invisible, self-imposed prison cell that we constantly keep reinforcing, we constantly keep stacking up. And interestingly, when you think about it, it's far easier to control the minds of a lot of people than it is to physically control a lot of people. How devious. Are you beginning to see what's going on here? Let's look a bit more. The word government. How many people actually know what the word government means and where it came from? When we look at the Latin within government, govern is to control. Mentis or ment means mind. So when you boil it down, what does the government mean? It means mind control, or control of the mind. Interesting. Don't teach you this in school. Just bear that one in mind as we go through. The people we say are our government and looking after us, that's what it really means. Masters of illusion. You've seen the magicians that pull things out of thin air and make them disappear and make ladies disappear into big boxes and all the rest of it. There's some far better masters of illusion out there than that. Let me just do a bit of a what-if game with you. What if some of these things I'm going to put up are actually true? What if we've been completely tricked? Although, not just us in it, I mean, I'm talking about the masses. What if the population of the planet, or the majority of them, completely tricked? Deliberately, systematically tricked out of your power. And we're still, what if we all bought into it, hook, line and sinker? What if the majority of the world had bought into it? What if it kept us apart from our true selves? What if that was a feature of it? Then maybe it would be likely, very likely, that it would appear real, normal, and very true. And for me, that starts to get a bit scary. A little bit scary. And like I said, I'm not going to do too much scary. First bit of the presentation will talk about what is going on, I believe, from a certain perspective, and the second bit is very different indeed.